Hey everyone, how are you? It's Sunday and I think last week we didn't do it, but it's Let's Talk EV time. I thought we'd talk a bit about the Ford Capri I drove 3 cars this week. I drove the BMW i5 M60 this week, I drove the Ford Capri and Hank. My ID7. Yes. Again, I hope you're all doing great. I'm doing amazing. If you don't follow my third channel, I always do it wrong, Battery Behind the Battery, where the last vlog, I said it already, after 16 years, almost 17, I bought a new TV. And it's, oh my God, a new world. Again, this is almost 17 years. Of course, technology has moved on. It's a bit better. And it's amazing. And there was a soundbar for free with it. And the sound is just amazing. We always had weird sound, but we were like, it's fine. But now it's amazing and we enjoy it immensely. So sound is awesome, the apps, the TV works great, colors and picture quality. Well, the picture quality is amazing, but the colors and everything, I still have to work on it. The other TV, we just had it on. Now you can watch YouTube on your TV. Exactly. And only, well, I did that before, but with a computer. And this is an air mouse where you just point and then you see the mouse cursor moving around. And this was with the old computer. And now I do it with the smart TV, yes, and then Netflix, of course. And then I'm gonna use Plex for my own videos that I have and movies. What is this? Something changed. What? Live stream only for members? No, I don't want that. I can move it over. Ooh. No, so that was a great week for me. No, it was really nice. And the Capri on Wednesday, let's talk about that. I've never driven a Capri. I've never looked at the Capri really closer. And a local dealer, Autohaus Unrecht in Tittling, they were really nice to give me the car for a few hours, as the same as they gave me the car last week. They gave me the Puma, which was so interesting since it wasn't MEB platform, all new for me. But the Capri is just MEB. It looks better than an ID5, I think. It's just different. It looks like you pump up a limousine or a pickup truck, something like this, where a Ford Explorer is just SUV type. So this was interesting. But drive, charging, software, and everything is exactly the same as Ford Explorer and most other MEB platform things. So it's totally normal and drives great. Feels nice to drive. Assist systems were nice. The car didn't recognize my touch perfectly, but not bad. So it was totally fine. I only had it again for 4 weeks, for 4 hours. So I did my overall test that took 2 hours, and then I tried a range test, but I failed miserably. It was on the Wednesday. There was a lot of traffic. On the way back was a construction zone where there was an accident, and then after that was a police inspection for trucks, so they slowed everyone down to 40. So I had an average speed, even though I wanted to do 130, and I drove 130 when I could. My average speed was 110. And so this is totally for nothing, but I'm still gonna edit the video and put it out. But oh my God, that was the test. And then, since I only had 100 minutes or so, I started with 89%, didn't charge. I got the car with 100%, and then all my testing before took 10% or so out. And I arrived with 48, so I only used 41%. I drove only 160 kilometers because there was no time. But that's what a YouTuber has to live with, better than nothing. And I can see how the car is, so that was nice. What's all with the names? All YouTube names are weird today. Grow M is different. Manual 8050, that's unusual. What with the names? Did I change something in my settings here? No, I don't think so. Am I late or are you early? I was early by 3 minutes or so. So that's okay. Yeah, and then on Thursday I filmed another video with the i5, and then I brought it back, even though the plan was to have it till Friday, but Friday is my day off and I was done with the car. And so since it takes three and a half hours to get it back to Munich and drive back home, I did it on my day of work and not on my free day. That was a good idea. Then I had Friday off. That was nice. And it was so interesting to drive with the BMW i5 M60 to Munich and then drive home with Hank. And Hank, this time, everything worked. Remember, if you haven't seen my vlog, again, check out Behind the Battery. When I was at the Munich Motor Show, the IAA, it shows the unique ID name, not the display name. I have no idea why. I didn't do it. I didn't change anything. It just says time. And that's it. Where was I? When I was at the Munich Motor Show, Hank was parked for 6-7 hours. When I came back to Hank, I had the display didn't work, and then what was in the display was in the head-up display, but upside down and mirrored. And then I had to get out of the car, go back in. It works again. It's the account name, not the channel name or something. Weird. What does it say with me then? Well, mine is battery life for everything, eh? That's weird. And 25 people. People like the Ford Capri. But this time, Hank, everything worked. I came back, I preheated the car before because I had the dogs with me, and that was interesting. I came to Munich, it's in Garching, they have their press department and I don't know, other stuff is happening there, because when I arrived they had some event, there was a lot of people and a lot of press people drove off with M5s and i7 M70 or a 7 Series M something. So there was something happening, and then I had to park in the garage and gave the car back, and then so before I had to park, got everything I had in the car, so the dogs and everything, into Hank, which was already warm, which was nice because it's freezing. This morning was 1 degree. Oh my God, for Bavaria in October. Totally normal. Nothing special, but we don't like it. And then, yes, I drove Hank home and it was very nice. But the difference, steering wheel of the i5 is so thick compared to Hank, then it's way lighter in Hank to steer. Assist system, yes, you have to touch the steering wheel in Hank. In the i5 I drove like this. No, I don't like the Capri. The original was a sporty coupe and they named an SUV, made an SUV out of it. Yeah, that's weird. I've seen that too. Capri was a little sports car. I don't know why they did that. And then, but the power, of course, no power in Hank compared to the 600 horsepower of the i5. But since I drove the dogs there, I didn't floor it at all. I drove sometimes a bit faster, but not extremely fast, so the same speed that Hank could drive to. So, but it was interesting. It's sometimes very interesting to drive two different cars to someone and to somewhere and then drive back. That's sometimes very nice to see the difference in suspension and steering and software. So navigation I liked in Hank way more. I don't know, the BMW software, it has millions of nice features, but overall I can see too much at the same time, even though the cockpit shows me stuff. But it's to switch, you have to press the button, then you switch around. What do I want to see? Select and then switch. Then you see one thing in the middle. What if I want to see 5 things? You can't. The same with the infotainment system. You see maximum 3 different things, usually only 2. A map is always one of them. So if you want to see something, you have to do something. It's just not there all the time. And I don't know. I mean, in Hank, I have the problem. I cannot see the map, the music, and my whole driving data at the same time. I have to switch over. Where in an ID4, 3, 5, and so bus, I could see that at the same time because the driving data is in the cockpit, which is awesome. But Hank doesn't have that, sadly. Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice. I had a nice time with the i5. People are complaining that I didn't like it at high speeds, and they say that I'm lying. I get it in the comments. I never get that. Why would I lie? Why would I say a car is not stable, but it is stable? Why would I put down BMW? I don't see the point. I mean, a Polestar, why would I push them? Polestar was more stable at 200 than the i5. But I don't, just how the suspension is, just how it's made. And that's it. I don't know why the decision was made that way, but that's how it is. And why would I lie? There's no reason for me, and I don't get it. And I got 2 times the same comment. I looked at the steering wheel and he's barely moving it. It can't be unstable. Yeah, exactly. Because when you drive 200 and the car moves 10 centimeters to the left and to the right, you would see me turn the steering wheel. Because it's the tiniest movement ever. But it just did. The car wasn't stable in the middle. It moved around a bit and I always had to correct. And Model Y, Model 3 has that too. But the i5 had it less, but still it had it at, not at 180, but at 200 it had it. And the Audi A6, for example, the normal version had that too at 200. But the S6 didn't have it at 200, but it had it at 220 something. And the Polestar 4 at 200 didn't have it, but I'm sure if it could drive faster, it would have it at higher speeds, but you can't drive the Polestar 4 faster. And my favorite car in the world, the e-tron GT, just doesn't have that at all at 200. It starts at 230, around that, where it gets a bit weird. But at 200, even as a passenger, Cindy drove 200 with the e-tron GT, it's just all right. It doesn't feel like you're driving that fast. And because the car is, with everything that it's doing, it's just stable, and you notice that there's no tiny adjustments that have to be made. In i5 it was that. And if someone is okay with that and says, I like tiny adjustments, I don't mind, that's okay. And I also say that. But other cars can do that better. And I was expecting from an M60 that it would be better at that. I thought that it could do corners, power, and high speeds as well. But I was so sure before I got the car, but it wasn't. I was a bit disappointed, like I say in the video, and it's my title. That's how it is. And then tomorrow, the Volkswagen ID.5 GTX new version, so with new motor and everything, is coming, because I drove the ID.4 2024 version in 2024, but the ID.5 I never got. And it's coming tomorrow, GTX, and then in 2 weeks the Pro version is coming. I hope that it has newest software, not just 5.2, maybe 5.4, because I'm just hoping that it's a newer car. We'll see. Possible that it's not, that it's just 5.0, which will be sad. And I also got a bit of news that I can't tell yet about Hank getting the next update, because it's coming in the next weeks. That's what Volkswagen already teased on the ID Drivers Club Facebook page. And tomorrow I have to contact him, get a few info about the update so I can make a video before the big announcement. When is it? How does it work? What software version is it? What will it include? And all that stuff. And I hope he can. He told me I can ask him about that tomorrow, so I will do that if I don't forget. I also want to ask BMW for the Mini Cooper. When I picked up the i5, there was a Mini Cooper standing beside it, and I never drove the new Mini Cooper electric. I want that too. Asked him, and then I want to ask a local dealer for the CLA, the Mercedes, because I also want to drive this. I'm sure I cannot do a range test, which would be amazing, but no way, because it would be 400, 450 kilometers. And I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to drive that and have it for that long. So I'm pretty sure I can just drive around for 2 hours, film it a bit, check the software and everything, and then have to bring it back, because then the range test doesn't make any sense if I have an hour or so for a car like this. Also, charging test won't be happening because I won't drive it down that much, but it would be nice. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, and then we all have to wait for the BMW iX3 Neue Klasse, which I'm very excited about. And it's this again. Why would I put down BMW? This is the stuff that annoys me when people say, "Oh, he's lying and he's making that stuff up. He wants to put BMW down." When a month before, when I was at the IAA, I'm praising the iX3. The BMW did something special here, and I think that out of an SUV with a 100 kilowatt hour battery, yes, that's a lot, but you get 800 kilometers double LTP range, and an all-wheel drive car. That's amazing. But what about time between ID7 and ID Polo? I don't know yet. We'll see how that all works. It's all gonna be maybe decided in this week. We'll see. I can't talk about it yet. Hi, Chris. Do you know if the 5.2 cars get an update soon as well via over the air? No, there will be a while. I'm pretty sure everything that's not 4.1 or so, that will be a while, because 5.2 is almost new, and 5.4 is not that much different. So you're almost the newest version. You should be happy with 5.2. Everyone from 5.0 on should be fine. 5.2 from 5.0 is not that much difference, and then 5.4 is also only just a bit of difference, and then 5.6 I think is the newest right now. Also not. I find it so interesting. When they had 4.0, there was tiny updates, 4.01, 4.02, then nothing, and then 5.0. But then they have 5.2, 5.4, 5.6. I got the jump from 2 to 3, there was a big thing happening. I can't remember what it was. 3 to 4 was gigantic, but 4 to 5 wasn't that big. Has funny window closing bug. 5.2 has a funny window closing bug. What happens? You open the window and it closes it itself automatically? If it's a weird bug, maybe there is a fix, software fix, so a tiny 5.21 that you can get at the dealer. You should ask at your dealer. It's very possible, because for the 12-volt battery problem with Hank, in the beginning there was an update 4.01, and for the massage function on full intensity, this didn't work for 30 minutes, only for a few minutes. There was 4.02, but I never got it, because I was like, I'm not putting the car for a few hours and the hassle bringing it, getting home somehow and stuff, for that I cannot have the massage in full intensity. I just have it in middle. It's fine. I'll survive. And I did for those 2 years almost. It's almost 2 years, huh? And so it's 22 months almost exactly right now. So we'll see what the ID.5 GTX. Do I get GTX or Pro first? I think GTX is first. Am I right? Yes, GTX and then Pro. Then the Volvo EX30 Cross Country, and then ID Buzz Long Wheelbase. And next Monday, so not tomorrow. The old car ID car stay at software 3 point thing. Yes, most likely. Maybe they'll do something with an update for the battery preheating, but then other functions will be different. All our Volkswagen 2 cars have it. It opens when you want to close it. That's nice. Don't I have that too? It sounds familiar that it happens sometimes. But I think that the hardware where 3 point something is running on cannot deal with the functions of 4.0. Sadly, you would have to change a lot in the cars, and that's just not, doesn't make any sense. What did I want to say just now? Ja, genau. What's this? Tomorrow in a week, Matthias gets his bus. He ordered a bus. I think he's leasing the car via his company, and he gets an ID Bus GTX. Long wheelbase, of course, big battery, all-wheel drive, and he will pick it up tomorrow in a week from the local dealer in Passau. I will drive him, film a bit for the vlog, see him. We're all excited to get the car. It's nice picking up a new car, and he has it all in black. He loves black. His Model 3 was black, his Model Y was black with black wheels and black interior, and the ID Bus will be black. He didn't get the black wheels because he had to put some stuff off because of money. But black interior, of course, a few options are missing because the car was then too expensive leasing wise. But still, black. And he already has the license plate and everything. 666 as always. He showed me, I forgot, what was it, ET? I can't remember. What was he has ET? No, right now he has Model Y, so MY. Who's calling me? 15, he's always calling me. It's weird. Where are we? Where's the Matthias? There it is. There he is. That's not it. He already has the VIN. He knew when the car was built. It took 2 weeks from the start when the car was built till it was finished, but they didn't work on it for 2 weeks. It took a bit. Where's my license plate? No. There it is. Cute. Can't tell you, but cute. He's so right. Black is my happy color. Now I think next car will be white again. The dark of the blue, and ID.7 in white looks better. I don't know. I'm right now I'm leaning towards that the next car will be white again. We have to see how the ID Polo looks like in white and other colors, or they have a special color where I'm like, that looks interesting. Yeah, so that would be nice. I already have it in my calendar. And then again, I want to ask for the Mini Cooper maybe around Christmas. And then this year is full till the end of the year. And then we have to find what happens in January. I hope. So every year so far in February, I think it's February. I have to check too. Was it March or February? February. 4th and 5th of February was this year. Volvo invites Matthias and me to drive a car. First it was the EX30 2 years ago, and this year it was the EX90. So I hope that the ES90 will be drivable in February. They always do the winter testing, they call it in Hamburg. And it's the amazing hotel, the Fontenay. I can't wait. Where we saw Pantera this year, where they were at the same hotel just a day later. Damn it. I have a suggestion for your test. It would be nice to know what the insurance costs are. I saw an article this week where it said that the Tesla Model S has a very high insurance costs. I know, I understand, but the problem for the German thing, it would be interesting, but every other country, I think, does it in a different way, and then it's hard to find out. That's why I also don't do prices, because that's different in every country, and um, I can do the starting price from the website sometimes. That's stuff that's interesting to everyone who's buying a car, and they can find out, but it's just problematic when it comes to more than one country. If I do it just on a German channel, that would be okay, but on the English channel, where there are, I don't know, 15, 20 countries watching, and every country has different insurance calculation and different systems that they do, will be a bit hard, and then boring for most of the people if I have to go through all of those countries. But I get it. It's a good. It's of course interesting. I mean, I didn't look with Hank. I just wanted the car, so I was like, whatever it will cost, we'll see. But I know Model 3 is more expensive than, for example, an ID3, because more power and how people are driving, and have then maybe more accidents because of that. I don't know. But Model S, yes, goes woo. Anything else? I'm already done. I don't have a lot to say. I don't do too much. I had 2 days off now, or all 3 days, because today I took half the day off. This morning I got up, did all the comments. I don't do them every day because of repair costs. That makes sense. I did all the comments on the German and on the English side for the last week. Then I edited a vlog video, which is already online. Then I edited the Why I Drive Volkswagen Cars, which is already online. And then I took the day off. I had Friday off, Saturday off, and then today, so unusual for me to have a Sunday half off. Because I usually do long range tests or range tests, long distance test or range test on Sunday, because it's amazing. And today I had off, it was nice. And Friday and Saturday full off, that was nice. So except for eating TV and playing with the TV and playing with the Plex server, where I had to order something because I want to do it in a different way. I want to do it with a NAS. But we have our old PC here, and it works, but not all the time. On this old PC, it's a HTPC, home theater, personal computer. This is where we watch Netflix with, and YouTube and everything, and all of our files with Kodi. And it worked okay, but we had to use the mouse, like I said, the Air mouse. The problem with this is it has internet connectivity, works fine. It's connected via LAN cable, network cable. It works, but for whatever reason, and I don't know why, if I am on this computer, I can see the computer up here, but this computer cannot see this, even though they have the same settings. And I think there's something wrong with the network port, but I could buy a network card, put it in, but I don't want a whole computer here running if I want to film something, when I just can put a tiny little NAS there, which is also a tiny computer with a hard drive, but has more capacity, and it always works, and I don't have to do anything. So that's something that I will be changing. But it's nice that the Samsung TV has all the apps, everything we use on it, and it works way faster, way easier, and looks better and sounds better. So everything is better. It's amazing when you update a 16-year-old QNAP. What's a QNAP? Incoming? I don't know what QNAP is. Sounds like sleeping. Have you tried typing the PC's name in the Window Explorer? Yes, doesn't work. No, it's something with the network card, because sometimes sometimes it works. So right now I have a Plex server on it running, and the TV is on Wi-Fi, not on LAN, and most of the times it doesn't see the Plex server, and it says I cannot see the videos, and then I turn it on, turn it off, do something. It works pro NAS. No, it's not. I'm not. It's not a pro NAS system. It's one Synology, the cheapest, smallest, the DS125 with one hard drive, 8 terabyte. That's all I need. All our videos and movies that I bought in the last 30, 40 years, DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, are all on 3.5 terabyte 2 hard drives, and I will put that all on the NAS. And then our own videos that I film will also be on there, and then we watch it with Plex, then with the Plex server, which is included in the Samsung Smart TV, which is awesome. But again, I tried it with this, with the TV, with the computer, which is down here. And it works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't work. So it's something with the hardware. I think it's not the software. It's the hardware, because I reinstalled Windows at some point, and I thought before it would be this computer is the problem. But it's not, it's this one. And something is wrong. Again, I could put a new network card in it, but I don't want this computer running when a NAS is just quieter and it's in the back. It's always running. I don't want this computer here to be with 2 hard drives running the whole time. And it is not they're not NAS hard drives, so at some point they're not gonna work. I will have the other one just running. It's way better. It's way easier. How are you having backup if only one drive is new Synology? It's not a backup. The NAS is not. I'm not using it for backup. I don't need a backup. I have all of my files on 2 disks back there, 2 disks in here, and then it will be on 1 disk where I will connect to. So these are my backups. The other one is just where I will watch TV from. And my backup that I'm filming, so for the channel, this is in the cloud. I have 6 terabytes in the cloud of all the videos I filmed, and the most, I'm not keeping everything, but a lot of stuff, the video files of filming something. So what I did is the last few days I watched Synology videos, how to do that, how to do the Plex server and everything, and it's pretty straightforward. Again, it would work with this computer too if the network card would work, but there's something wrong. Synology does not have the only copy. No. It again, it's not usually you use a NAS to put stuff on there, so it's backed up, but this will be my primary source of watching video. And the old stuff is all saved back here and in here, and everything that's new is not important to me. So I have very, very old TV series that I got from DVD on, and I threw the DVDs out at some point because I don't need them anymore. And they are on here. So Elf, or I don't know, Sledgehammer back in the day, very, very old stuff. Everybody loves Raymond, Frasier, and stuff like this, and old movies. But everything that's new, if something new would be coming, that's not that important anymore. So everything that's coming out now is not worth putting down, because most of the times it will be on Netflix or something. I don't need it. It's also interesting to now have a TV that's instead of 42, 55 inch, but it's not that much bigger, by the way, and to have 4K resolution. And I watched a movie with 4K, but It looks amazing. But it's also not, I have that everything has to be in 4K now. I watch my YouTube videos, I watched other YouTube videos in 4K in mine, and if I'm not close to it, so the TV is like this where I can see every little thing, it's totally fine. If I'm my distance where I am on the couch, it both looks great. Everything 1080p looks amazing on this television. Everything under, even on here, 720p is still okay. But then my old files, video files, YouTube, from my chef account where I did my guitar covers, where I filmed with a tiny camcorder that has a DV cassette in there, and I had to get the digital file off from a cassette back in the day, and the resolution was like 480p. That looks horrific, but it looks horrific everywhere, and it's the aspect ratio is 4:3, not 16:9 like now. So that's very interesting. Okay. Anything else? Because then I'm gonna go down and watch a bit of television. Yeah, and the television got me off the phone. So for the last 2 weeks, so I had a phase where I was way too much on the stupid phone. So I was doing Instagram, I was playing stupid games, and then at some point I was like feeling worse and worse about it, especially Instagram, because I'm looking through. I don't care, I don't care. Oh, cute, I don't care, I don't care. Oh, that's interesting. I don't care, 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 I don't care. I don't. So, and I was on there for 20-30 minutes. What the hell? And then at some point I felt I wasted not just time, I wasted my life with this. And so I was like, no, Instagram, you're not looking, you're posting. And sometimes you look if there's something new that you're following, which is interesting, but not the scroll. Where's the new electric trucker video? That's not me. I don't know. What got you to decide to get a new TV? Because the other one was 16 years old, and I thought I want to have better quality. With the old TV, LCD, when it was dark, it was horrible. And at some point, I don't know, there was a YouTube video about new OLED video TVs, and I watched a bit and I thought that would be nice. And then I don't know, a few weeks later, I watched again something else, and then I was like, so what is good these days? And then, okay, you look in the price, what do you want to pay, what do you want, what will be good, and then and then it takes another few weeks, and then at some point I was like, okay, I think I want that in my life. After 16 years, I think it's okay to have a new television. And it should be good for as long as it works for another 10 years. Where's the new electric truck? I don't know what that means. Do you mean that his is in 4K? And the old TV doesn't have problems? It's even here. There it is. There's the old TV. 1080p, 42 inch. I don't know what to do with it. It works perfectly. Not a problem with it, except for sound. And I don't have a remote anymore. The remote doesn't work. I have a universal remote. And it only has 3 HDMI ins and everything, and it's loud. When you turn it on, and even when you have nothing on, the light is still so bright that you can see inside the room. Use it at computer screen. I thought about it too, but it's 1080p. The 3 screens I have here have higher resolution than this gigantic screen, so you see every pixel when you have it close. And then I need a stand. Where do I put it? I don't have any use right now, but I'm not selling it. I'm not giving it away. It's not in the way here. So I'm waiting. Give to your parents. No, they have a better TV since always. So again, 16 years old, they got a new TV at some point, and it's better than this. So no. Yeah, and the sound bar was in here. I did an unboxing video it will come to the behind the battery channel at some point. I filmed it, but I haven't edited yet. The peel was the best. It's just amazing. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let you go and you let me go. We have a nice week. We work nice. That's what we do, right? We enjoy it. We do the stuff we like. We don't do stuff we hate unless we have to because our survival depends on it. That's a pep talk. You all take care. I see you soon.